Thank you very much. I'm really glad to be here. Quick show of hands. Who knows what a soft skill is? Okay, about a third. All right. Hopefully by the time you leave here, you're prepared. You have that knowledge base. One of the things that I wanted to speak today on is responsibility. As a project manager, there's a lot of emphasis put on my position that I have to deliver. Deliver a product, deliver a process, deliver an end result for my stakeholders, those who put their trust in me to get things accomplished. One of the things that I try and focus on is promptness and giving what they need when they need it, on time, under budget, ready to go. But one thing that let's keep this aside so I don't spend my time hitting it. One thing I really look at is those that I entrust with processes to return and to deliver to me without excuse. And when I say without excuse, it's to step up and take responsibility for actions. I remember I was a professor at a community college in Louisville before coming to Carhartt. And one thing I really emphasized on listening to my students was the language that they used, the language that they chose to bring to class. Especially early morning classes when they said, you know what, I'm late because my alarm didn't go off. Well, your alarm didn't go off because you didn't set it. Or you're late, your second, third, fourth alarm didn't go off because you hit snooze. That's what I'm talking about, accountability and responsibility. And the language that you use. Is your assignment late because you didn't do it, which I got frequently. The one that always got me, I had one student, she lived with her grandmother, and something always happened to Grandma's car. Grandma had a flat tire, Grandma had ran out of gas, Grandma actually ran over a dog one day, and I stood there and I just shook my head, and I said, you know, Grandma needs to be really weary of bringing you to class. But it always focused on someone else's responsibility. As an employer, someone that does interviews, I want to see someone come to my team and they say, you know what, Mike, I missed this because of something else, or I need extra time. You look at first day of classes, so your syllabi have come out today, expectations are out there from your professors. I look for soft skills that don't require micromanagement. I remember when my students would always come to me, here's the outline. Mr. Wray, what do you want? Well, it's outlined. Well, what do you want? How long do you want it? It says 3 to 5 pages. Surprise me. It needs to be 3, no more than 5. Well, what font? Be original. Don't give me, Georgia 18 and try and pass it off. But, don't come in and try to work, because I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it, I'm going to resize it to times 12, and I'm going to get an idea of what you got. I've been in school long enough that know some tricks, know how to get around things. But it's to be original. I want someone that's going to be a team player. Develop those skills where you come into the workplace and you're willing to take a risk. You're going to have classes that you... I had a professor that looked out on us the first day of class. He says, I know what you don't need to know. You have no idea what you don't need to know. I know what you don't need to know, and I'm telling you what you need to know. And by the time he cycled through all that, I had no idea. I just knew I needed to be in class. I was already confused. But you might have topics in sociology, topics in political science that you might have a different opinion. Bring it. Bring it to the discussion. Bring it to the table. Be willing to always fail forward. But in that, be willing to back up and be accountable for what's there. So as you take that, Winston Churchill said, greatness is, I know I'm going to waste my last minute looking this up. The price of greatness is responsibility. We want to walk out of school, we want to walk out of here with a bachelor's degree, we want to make top dollar, but you've got to be willing to come to the table, be a team player. And with that, part of that is that accountability. So my challenge to you today is to analyze the language that you use. At the end of the day, who's responsible for your actions? Don't pass it off. It's not your alarm clock. It's not your grandma. It's standing up and being accountable for your actions. be able to stand up and say, you know what, I didn't accomplish my goal that time. But that's not going to stop me from setting another one and putting another foot forward and another foot forward. So before I get the 15-second wave here, if anybody has any questions afterwards, I'll be here. Feel free. Good luck this semester. I'm glad you're sitting here. I'm glad you're willing to put yourself forward. Be willing to make the most of it.